1. All right, so we are apparently live. Um,
Sure.
we'll see if this works. For those that have just gotten caught in our live stream testings, we're testing out.
Hi.
Hi. For those that don't know, we're moving the
Hilarious.
Psychic Coffee Shop. We're moving the Psychic Coffee Shop to YouTube as soon as we get a chance to do so. Um, Yay! Fun part is it's going to be video, and yeah, it may be late night video, but it'll be video. And um, no, it won't be late night video. We're going to our standard broadcasting service, but it'll be over on YouTube. And I think it was kind of easy for you to join in, wasn't it, Joe?
Yeah, it was really easy, but we should be clear. We're not talking late night telly. Like this isn't going to be Showtime after dark. Like we're not going to be over here like hi. Um, you know, it's not
Yeah,
going to be that kind of video. It's
no,
just
it will not be that type of video, even though we are not made for children. If you're under the age of 18, go the hell away.
well,
Come
there we
back
go.
when you're 18.
Yes,
Um,
exactly.
but we're also going to be moving Mountain Bears and the other shows to YouTube. They will probably be on the other station for the Psychic Coffee Shop, where I think I may put the author interviews if they want to do phone. Um, so I think that will work. I think this will work. Granted, it's less than what we had, but I think it's more. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I think everyone will get the concept that we're moving from a platform that did give us call in ability, but wasn't really working so great for anything else we wanted to do, and then also was glitching a lot. So our lovely fans and our lovely guest callers for the Psychic Coffee Shop have often found themselves kind of sitting there going, "Thought there was a show tonight."
Right.
And there wasn't a show tonight. So
Right.
this should give us some more options there so
It
that one, we have
will.
a more reliable platform, and oh, you're gonna play with the tools. Fun.
Oh, I
Hey.
can reduce you and have a main talk. And then,
Oh gosh.
yeah,
Yeah, this should be
that'll be cool for the authors.
I think the authors are gonna be happier with the split screens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna like being like, "Hi, I'm front and center." Oh god.
Yep.
But yeah.
But this will be really cool for different things. I think it's 24.95 a month, which is almost half of what we were paying for Blog Talk.
Yeah. And
Um,
I'm liking the fact that I'm not having to wait for audio. Like
right.
that's one of the biggest problems I've had with Blog Talk is the audio delays. It it one takes a lot to get used to, and I think sometimes it drags the show out. Is because I'm having like we're both having to wait. We're doing this kind of CB, Roger over, kind of conversation,
Right.
and it doesn't really flow naturally. And if you talk over someone, it really tends to cut you out entirely. Like it
Right.
doesn't know what to do. Like the post recording and what people hear, when they're listening to the stream later, is
Hmm.
actually really good. But while we're trying to do it, it's not really working. It's just very like, hi,
Annoying.
I'm talking, and hi, I'm talking.
Right.
Hi, I'm talking.
And a lot of times that causes us to, one of us to get closed out because the other one doesn't hear the, uh huh, yeah,
Well, exactly.
yeah,
That does a lot of problems for us.
right,
But yeah, but no, I think this will be pretty awesome, and I like that it even runs well, even when like I'm sitting here watching your signal quality depth.
right,
It still was like, oh, okay, let's just keep moving.
right.
Uh,
And it didn't freeze or anything like that.
yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah, I think we'll be really, really good. We may look into better cameras. I did not know that our laptops have low quality cameras. I did
they
not.
do.
I think this is the first time I've turned mine on.
Please, honey, I've used mine for a lot of things, and it's not really that low quality. It is somewhat low quality because
Well, right
it's,
now, like if you lean back, I think it'll change the experience for
yeah.
everyone.
I mean, it's not like we plan to live stream tonight, and I've got the ring light set up and all the other fun stuff.
Yeah.
Um, but I think that it's just on where the camera is. I like the desktop cameras; they're easy. We ain't got to fuck with it.
Yes. But no,
Uh,
I think we might have a winning solution with this.
yeah,
Because if you haven't realized, Blog Talk's been down for a little while right now.
right,
Because we've been trying to, because we've hit a wall on it.
right.
So we've been trying to find a new solution, and our biggest problem is, okay, we don't really want to have to like do the buddy buddy, like, hi, squeeze both of
Mm.
us into one frame experience. We were looking for something more like this, that we can do split screening, and it's a struggle finding that.
Well, it's a struggle finding anything that works the way I want it to. Of course, sorry, he may be the techie one. I'm the bitchy one.
Well, but moreover, like you have some very strong thoughts and feelings
Mm-hmm.
on like services and for what we're doing, how much we're willing to put into that.
Right,
And I understand that, and as should anyone watching, is
right.
that, if realistically, if we have to keep spending, or like let's say to replace Bog Talk, we have to go to another 60, 75, 100, 200 a month program or platform, or we've got to sit here and invest $1,500 or 3 grand, whatever, then the show's over.
Yeah.
Because it's honestly getting to a point that, the funding for this is one of the bigger concerns and things that we really have to work out. Because, like, right now, like the $60 was a struggle to keep
Mm-hmm.
doing Psychic Coffee Shop and Mountain Bears, etc., the whole Psychic Coffee Shop network offering. The $60 was a little bit of a struggle to justify.
Right.
Versus, like we're sitting here looking at a lot of free services, YouTube, Facebook Live, all these other things we could do, except, trying to actually get us into two videos into one.
Right.
And yeah, like there's a limit there as to how much we're really going to dump into this, because
Well, not only there's a
it's
limit,
a
but
lot.
there's a reasonable amount of what I'm even looking at spending.
Right.
Um, Comparative to what we get.
Mhm.
A lot of things like that I look at and go, no, no, I ain't paying that. Is
Right.
because, sorry, it's video chat. Um, and yeah, we have a Patreon and that type of thing, but no one uses it.
Right.
And
Yeah.
it's like,
Patreon
my
hasn't
mom,
really taken off.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, you know, I can spend my time either reviewing products or taking calls. And
Yes.
I don't get paid for the reviews. I don't get paid for the blog talk calls.
Yeah, if you can't tell, he just totally shoved us into a live stream here. Like
Yeah,
I'm sitting here with crappy hair and everything, and it was like, oh yeah, great chest shot, great chest shot.
you're welcome.
Maybe we'll be that kind of late night telly.
Michael, bring me a cigarette.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, so first live streaming, yay!
Yay. Well, this isn't my
I'm gonna have
first.
to figure out how to reverse my camera. Like I'm not
Here,
orientated
it's over there. No,
for.
they're in the other room. I just need a damn cigarette.
Give him nicotine.
I am so tired of questions tonight.
So what do you think about? So what
Um,
do you use on?
right. But it looks like this will work. I need to check and see if it's actually live streaming on YouTube. And this
Okay.
might be what everyone is using because all the other damn options are ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, but no, there's. Plus, I like the fact that it frees up my phone, and so I can actually sit here with articles and not be afraid of screwing up phone calls. Can I just point that
Right,
out? Like, yeah, I find that uniquely interesting
right,
and helpful, very helpful. But yeah. And if y'all are hearing the lovely alerts on my computer, I've had to order a new hard drive. I've managed to fill up this one. My poor little laptop and the crap it goes through.
yeah. I don't want to hear about filling up laptops.
Oh, I know. You've already done it like what, twice now?
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. It's, yeah.
It's
But
sad.
no, well, because I'm coming off of doing photos for Crystal Lotus and Valentine's Day. Together. It was one event.
Hmm.
But yeah, it was a thing. It was a thing, and so I got right to the end of editing those, and I've got everything loaded on the laptop, and I'm doing all the edits on the laptop, and I'm literally trying to go through and save out changes on the last 5 photos because I had to do some higher level corrections. That's a different story and even funnier. But I get to the very, very end, and right as I'm hitting save, and I get into the last 5 photos, it comes up and it's like disk full, and I'm like, oh crap! I knew that was coming. I didn't really think I was there yet,
Right.
but yeah,
Yeah.
that was a moment. That was a moment.
Very much
Um,
so.
yeah, but no. Fun things, fun things. Always, always,
Okay.
never ending.
So anyway, I can apparently. Oh, I can invite people to join me live. That's interesting.
Yes.
Um,
Nifty, 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 nifty.
mhm, very much so. We can add channel media,
Ooh.
share our screen. It's an additive.
Okay, let's hang out for a second. I want to try something and see
Okay.
if it does, and see if it'll actually even tolerate it. Because I've got the webcam for the other computer.
Uh huh.
I want to see what it looks like real quick.
Okay. Oh, that's why I'm not saying it.
Because if this works really, really well, we can always pick up a second one of these.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm surprised this camera is actually still sold. Like, it's kind of weird. Like, I didn't know. Oh, yeah, that's good job, Joe. Put the camera right, put your thumb right on the camera lens. That's
Yay!
great.
Get an imprint of it.
No, it's one of the login methods for literally everything I own. All right, let's see what happens here. Oh, but no, I can't believe that the Logitech C920 is still a thing. Like, I bought this camera so many years ago,
Uh
and they're
huh.
still selling it, and it's still expensive.
Right.
And I'm like, what the hey?
Right.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so we're switching,
Okay.
and what? Oh well. Well, at least it's cleaner picture, and the microphone should be pretty decent.
Cool.
Yeah, because I think I like that video if I didn't break it.
Hi. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, sorry, just
Not a problem. I have you on hide right now, and it's a blank screen. Okay, I'm gonna remove you, and you can come back. Nope, you're still white. Nope, still isn't working. Matter of fact, you're gone now, and you're back, but it's not outputting it. Not at all, baby. I don't think it's going to work. Yeah, here I am. And there you are. Right. I really like the video also. And it looks
yeah.
better when I don't have the massive overhead on, but the ring light on.
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I seem to be doing pretty good. I really need to clean that camera
Yeah.
because I know it does way better than this. Because I mean, even the quality for the badness of it right now is pretty decent.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just out of focus. Okay. Ah, I can't take it. There we go. There we go. I know everyone's suffering. It's horrible. Ah. All right.
All right.
Well, now it seems to be focused a little better. It's
Cool.
a very soft camera anyway.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's typically not very grainy or pixelated, and the microphone pickup is usually amazing.
Well, all of it's fine. I mean, you
Yeah,
look fine on either video.
yeah,
Yeah.
but no, it's always been a very soft camera.
Right.
Um, which yeah, I kind of like.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a variety of reasons for that,
Right.
but yeah, it's like because here I have arms,
Hmm.
not like a total like this looks cute. My real arms aren't this cute.
Yeah, they are.
Just spoiler alert. I look nothing like this. But yeah. Hey. So hi.
Hi.
But yep. 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 So, all right, I hear the words, place on the list. Oh, welcome to the Test Coffee Shop.
Yeah, I think that this will work fine. I even like that we can do the overlay.
Oh yeah, it
Yeah,
should be well, except for now it's over my head.
that means you have to set up.
Dad, no, I don't have to adjust the camera down. I'm not lazy enough to set up. What like, what are you
uh,
talking about?
right. But this is going up on YouTube because I want to see the output. But this
Okay.
is what we will probably be returning to on Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and buy the membership. It's $29 a month.
Ooh. Now this, like literally the exact same camera now comes with a shutter, so you can, like, I'm sorry, I just gotta share this for y'all. Like, this is just so sad to me. For the stupid little piece of plastic standing up that
Yeah,
you will have to open every time, dang it, you want to do video.
right,
That stupid little piece of freaking plastic that's removable is, yeah, like makes it $67. That's like a $13 upcharge.
right. Which I think we
Um,
have another one of those in the cabinet.
no, that's the one I pulled off the thing.
No, I have one.
The C920?
I think. Hold still.
Okay. It's gonna be fun. Yeah. Oh my
No,
goodness.
I have an older Logitech.
Oh, you have
I
the
have
super
that one.
duper. Oh yeah, no, we ain't even hooking that up.
Huh?
We ain't even hooking that up. Like, what you talking about?
Why? It does wonders.
Why, it does wonders. No, I guess we'll get you the privacy model, because I think these are both really good cameras and good enough quality to do the shit. What the heck did you do? Don't put it over top of the existing camera. Like, that is a weird form of privacy. Oh my
All
god.
right, let's see if I can make this go crazy. I wish I could find my big white one. Now that one was kick ass in its day.
Oh god, not the eyeball. No one wants the eyeball. Sweet Jesus. Like, the base model 0.9 megapixel camera on our laptops is better than that stupid thing.
And this is a C110.
C110.
Yeah.
Woo! Yeah, that's been a few decades. Um, like, I think that's circa 2003.
Possibly.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I remember the 110. It was right there. What? Now there's two of you.
Yeah.
God, no. No one wants that. Like, God, help us all. Oh, now you're in stereo. Or you were. You were. Ha ha, now I'm on your side. Wah, wah, wah. Yeah, we have no sound. Yeah, I'm hearing you just because you're physically in the same building as me, not because you're picking up audio. So, yeah, go to settings, change your microphone. Always. It's not just tonight, it's always. Some days I think it's one of the 5 words you know. Well, yeah. Yeah. Well, right now, no one's actually hearing you say it. So you can drop the F bomb all you want to because you still haven't changed your microphone. Ugh. Do I know? It's settings and microphone. And hi, there we go. Nope, still no. Oh yeah, I'm totally with Mikey on that one. Fuck, fuck, fuck a dog, screw a kangaroo, gang banging, orangutan, an orgy at the zoo. Yeah, and you know what's so funny right now is I'm hearing you. No one else is. No here. Or for other communities, or technically. La 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 la, nothing. Well, that was clear enough.
All right, am I back? See, this is what happens with you techies.
I know it's cute. I just point and laugh at this point in my life.
Uh huh.
Great.
I was saying, yes, you will probably hear the peanut gallery, my assistant Mikey, who a lot of people think does not exist or thinks that it's my split personality. It isn't. Yes,
Well, no, if you call in to book an appointment, or like the author called in, or the author's PR person, yeah.
right.
So yeah, but no, I mean, yeah, there's a variety of things that go on around here. A lot of moving parts, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh goodness,
And a lot
but
more
yeah,
coming.
yes. Meanwhile, I wonder, I really do, how the goddesses will do with the multiple streams.
I don't know.
That could be interesting.
Right. Well, see, here's the problem now.
Okay.
We can only have two screens up.
Okay, so you can only do a one and like we can only do what we're doing right now, basically.
Yes,
Sorry, middle of the night. It's 1:30 in the morning, honey.
I know.
But
Just
yeah.
on screens one.
Okay. Yay. Oh, dang it. So how much is the oh my god plan?
44 a month.
Still less than Blog Talk.
Yeah.
And what all does that enable?
Um. Actually, let me rephrase that. They can have up to three guests.
Okay, so one host.
No, three people.
Oh, 3 people total. Okay, so I was trying to figure out, is it like the host and then three? I think my fingers are working. Three, or was it just three? So
Just
yes,
three.
three. Okay.
The free program gives you one guest and three shows a month.
Okay.
The unlimited, the 29.99 a month
Mm-hmm.
gives you unlimited shows. Add your brand logo, customize your design, and up to four people on screen, and a lot more. Custom background, custom overlay, custom theme, custom brand color, multiple cameras, pro sharing, video sharing, um, something that's coming soon, host screen share, guest screen share, audio audio only guest and host,
Oh,
split screen, 12 screen layouts,
Jesus.
scheduled broadcast, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitch, and LinkedIn coming soon. Slimcast coming soon. Custom source, name tags, offline recording, audio download, HD download, on screen agenda, running crawler, interact with your chat, show comments on the screen,
Hmm.
live shopping. I don't know what live shopping is.
I would assume that has something to do with like the people selling like the LuLaRoe or whatever,
Oh, I am
and
not
being able to like post
becoming
links
of
to
a
buy here.
right, but I'm not becoming part of a. I'm not going to do that. I am sorry. I am not in the mood for multi-level marketing. I do enough just at the level of marketing I currently do.
Hey, there's multiple levels.
Yeah, there's multiple levels, but a lot of LaLaRoo and what's the other one? Oh,
Oh, there's tons of them.
I know. There's one that I
There's
really there's
like there's even ones that affect you sort of like a lot of the what is it the oh, what is that stupid company? The it's like Nature's Way, Herbals, some Herbalife.
Herbalife,
Yeah,
Young Living,
yeah. Oh, Young Living. That's the one I meant.
right?
That's the one I meant.
Yeah, it fills me
Young
up. It's like
Living.
your
Like,
oils.
oh, but the backstory on Young Living.
Uh
Can
huh.
we just talk about that for a second?
Yeah,
Because that's just crazy.
very
Like,
much so.
yeah. And then it's this multi-level thing, and then yeah, no.
Well, again, I like Young Living oils. I like Melaleuca cleaning supplies.
Mm-hmm.
You like Melaleuca cleaning supplies, but the
I don't know.
fucking marketing to them is
Yeah.
insane. Yeah, the Melaleuca stuff I love, but I don't want to get into the marketing shit. But if
No.
you are a supplier, contact me because I need an order.
Well, there you go. But no, I mean it is like I have trouble. Like I'm fine with places like Avon,
Mm-hmm.
for example. That
Right,
yeah, it's a multi-level thing, and you can do with it as you please.
right.
But they don't as far as I know, and I could be wrong, and if there's Avon reps who want to correct me, like if you need to buy like $5,000 worth of product before you make your first sale, like the LuLaRoe model, like you buy, and now you can go sell
Mm-hmm.
if you can.
Right.
Like I like the Avon setup where it's like, yeah, you're gonna buy like the demo pack,
Mm-hmm.
or some people do. There are those that just go with the, here's my book,
Right.
pick what you want, and then I'll order it.
Mm-hmm.
But even those are moving online.
Right.
So you have Avon reps with their little Avon sites now, which
Right.
is great.
Mm-hmm.
But and then you have the next level up, which is the makeup beauty consultant, whatever for Avon,
Mm-hmm.
who has bought in for like the sales kit
Right.
with the demo products and the demonstrators and the makeup and whatever all comes with that,
Mm-hmm.
which is a choice they can make.
Right.
And for some people, yeah, they can sell a lot of product that way. And for others, it's like, I don't want to sell product that way, you know?
Right.
But yeah.
But then there's this all started with two companies with this
Okay.
great idea.
Hmm.
One was one that is kind of a joke between us, Mary Kay,
Well, yes.
and I want my pink Cadillac.
Hmm.
And the other was Tupperware. And neither one of those done what we're seeing out of um, the more modern ones that came along.
Right. No, and it's not that it's a bad idea. It's
Right.
not that it's a bad idea. Like I'm fine with personal sales reps.
Right.
And you can build a business that's work from home, part-time, or full-time. Like if
Hmm.
you really want to go out there, you can do full-time.
Right.
And I'm cool with that. Like that part I don't have a problem with. I don't even have a problem with like you're ordering a consultant pack
Right.
that gives you demos and testers and stuff like that. And
Right.
you're kind of offsetting the company's costs. Like you're effectively like if in that pretty little demonstrator kit,
Hmm.
you're getting, what a client would spend, say, $1,000 on, and you're getting it for like next to nothing because it's not anticipated you're going to use it.
Right.
That you're getting a bulk quantity, you're getting, a lot of different things with that.
Correct.
And you can then use that, then yeah, I can understand that like that's a thing that has a cost that you can pay for
Right.
and justify the expense.
Right.
Versus like again like the Lularoe setup, which
Hmm.
is you can't be a consultant until you spend money to
Hmm.
buy product that you can't specify what you're getting.
Right.
Like you're taking luck of the draw.
Right.
If you get 20 pairs of extra small, banana print or whatever, that no one wants, you're
Hmm.
stuck with it. Like
Right.
the company won't buy it back. There's, you didn't choose to get it in the first place,
Hmm.
and there's nothing you can do with it. Like
Right.
that's the kind of marketing I don't like, is because then you're creating a lot of waste product
Well,
that people are getting forced to buy and don't actually get anything out of.
correct. And see, that's another thing is that they tend to make you buy things and buy things that aren't usable, you know, um, aren't in your market. That's
Right.
something that people don't get
Mm-hmm.
is that some of it is not marketable. I mean, how often do we see on a clearance website or clearance shelf so many things that just isn't marketable?
Yeah.
Is left there.
Yeah.
Um, like who in the world is a size -2?
Well, it's not even so much necessarily sizing, because that's just going to be a thing that happens.
Right.
It's more so you run into stuff that like, and I've seen that sometimes in like that, as seen on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Is it's not it like sometimes it's either it's not that it's a bad idea,
Mm-hmm.
it's a good idea.
Right.
The execution is flawed
Very.
in some way.
Right.
Or you're sitting there and it's like, I understand what you were thinking,
But not where you were headed.
but I don't know like why I would buy this.
Right.
You know what I mean? I can't like it's not that I don't see any value to it, but
Mm-hmm.
I just can't see there being enough people that are like, "Oh my god, that's what I've waited for my entire life. That's a need I totally have."
Right. I don't either, nor do I see it as, and this is my thing. If you can
Mhm.
not use something, something will not sell in your market space. And we've
Mhm.
seen that, you
Yeah.
know, certain areas, my God, they want a certain type of reading or they don't want this type of reading.
Mhm.
They should be able to return it.
Well, here's one that got me, and this is the one that got me. Was the Bluetooth utensil holder for the kitchen.
Hmm.
That's something I had already seen on shelf,
Right.
and it's like at the time was like $25
Right.
or whatever. It was ridiculous, and it was like, who the heck pays that
Right.
for that? It's not a great utensil holder, and it's not a great Bluetooth speaker. Like, there's no way.
Right.
Um, and it's like for 20 some dollars, no, that's kind of a waste of a purchase.
Correct.
But then the cool thing I saw was that after it started going on clearance,
Mm-hmm.
and these turned into $5 utensil slash Bluetooth speakers because no one wanted it either. Like I wasn't the only one going, I don't see the value.
Right.
Um, then you started seeing this market open up of people who turn, the ring light. You see this market open up of
Mm-hmm.
people who are buying them to make lamps out of.
All right.
And I'm like, that's friggin' genius. Like, I mean, I don't need it to be an amazing Bluetooth speaker lamp, but the lamps were pretty, and okay, that's kind of cool. Granted, it's now a lamp and speaker that's going to take up two outlets, but
Well, and then the other part of that. Sorry, guys, I just couldn't stand it anymore.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Yay! I'm actually here. It's not the ghost version of me.
Oh man.
Yeah.
He's actually here. Oh
Yeah.
no. But no.
But what got me on it? Yeah. Now I'm
Yeah.
not washed out.
Yeah.
What got me on it in general, and I even remember that is I'm thinking, why do I want a Bluetooth speaker in my utensil holder? I've got an
Well,
Alexa everywhere.
yeah. Oh yeah, because let's involve her in this because she just had say her name.
She doesn't
Um.
react to it.
Oh, good job. Good job.
Yeah, and she's been behaving herself for a while.
You know.
Used to me talking about her.
Yes. Well, yeah. I think she's just learned to ignore you. She's
Yeah,
decided that's just not a thing she does.
she's had enough time getting cussed out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, she has.
Um. Hey, Mikey, bring me coffee.
Oh,
Turning into
welcome to the
more than
test.
what I thought it was going to be. Of a hey, let's see what this works like. Let's actually
Yeah.
get the coffee in the coffee shop.
It's sort of Tuesday night.
I
We're
know.
going into it's Tuesday night somewhere, right?
Right.
Alexa, where is it still Tuesday?
On Tuesday, February 25th in Oak Hill, there will be dreary weather with a high of
Okay.
52 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 42
She
degrees.
gives me nothing useful.
No, she doesn't.
Alexa, what time is it in San Francisco?
In San Francisco, it's 10:48 p.m.
There we go. We're doing coffee shop on Tuesday night in San Francisco
That works.
or Hawaii because I
Something
think they're
else.
still at like the pre-midnight Tuesday.
Right. But that's something else that's going to be easier for us is
Pardon?
hotels.
Yeah.
We can
What
take
about?
them on location now with Be Live.
Do I know?
We can take them on location.
Yes. Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Sorry, crosstalk. We had some hallway crosstalk.
Right.
But yeah. But no, so yeah, it's still, you know, Tuesday in San Francisco. Yay! But yeah,
Yay.
so fun.
Yep. Fun. Not sure if this is going out or if it's just sitting there. If it's just sitting there, that's fine. We can apparently once I create the account, we'll be able to download it.
Ah, so you're just testing like a literal test?
Like literal the title of the show of this show is test.
Okay. Well, fun. So yeah, that's kind of cool. But yeah, impromptu. Oh God, forget how much I love this camera. I do. Like, I think that's is the reason it survived this long.
Oh.
Um,
I think your continual just collection of stuff.
do I know?
It isn't your continual collection of everything.
No. This one's actually really nice. I really love the camera.
Oh.
But yeah, it's one of those Logitech products. It's the Logitech C920.
Mm-hmm.
That like I keep being amazed. Like they still make it. They still sell it.
Right.
It's like, and it's still an expensive product. It's still like in the $50 range. Which is just so weird to me because like this camera's been out for a while.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like 2014 is a review of it. Like I was just looking real quick. 2013 September review of it. I think 2013 was the launch.
Right.
Like that seems like big hyped up people. So yeah, for a 7-year-old product to still not only are you making it, but it's still good quality.
Right.
I mean, like it's still considered a great camera for this.
Right.
Just blows my mind. Like, Logitech's got to be sitting here going, dang, we hit a home run with that one.
And it looks good on YouTube. I just finally figured out how to test that.
Oh, goody, 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 goody.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, now I want to see. I want to see. I want to see. I want to see.
Okay.
So I'm going over to YouTube.
Yep.
And we if I could spell.
Don't tell me you just spelled my name.
Do I now?
Don't tell me you just spelled my name.
Oh, it's under you?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. I thought it was under PSC. Oh gosh, we're actually here.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Now I'm doing like Inception. That was a bad life choice. That was a bad life choice. I shouldn't have done that. All right. Wow, surviving Inception. That's so cool. All right, loving that. Loving that.
Yep.
So yeah, we've got a test video. We've got it looks like it works. I have a notification. And yeah, that's really awesome. That's awesome. But yeah, dude, that's so cool. Alrighty. So yeah, sorry, I get easily distracted. Squirrel. But this is my life. Oh, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, meanwhile.
Meanwhile, I'm going to have to go through in here.
Okay.
Apparently, I forgot to do COPA on this channel.
Oh, you forgot Kappa stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, why?
I don't know. Maybe because I haven't been over here.
Oh. Okay.
No, it's fixed. We're now set to. No, this is not for children. Go the hell away. I don't deal with children.
Well, so much for having a channel. It's been great dealing with you guys for all these years, and we're basically offline now. No. Da-na-na-na-na. Dun, 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 dun. Okay.
Okay.
Before I get a shutdown for copyright. Uh,
30 seconds. That's all we get to do.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, and can I point out the other day, like I was doing this little video about how foggy it was on my drive home, and yeah, Facebook totally pitched a complete and total glitch over the fact there were 36 seconds of a radio song on the video.
Yeah, they made you
I'm
remove
like,
the sound.
come on, like seriously, like. This is not about sharing the song.
Right.
Like what the?
I
Like
know.
that crap gets me. Like if
As long
you're
as you stay away from that corner bookcase, you won't appear on camera.
Careful.
Oh shit!
what did you do?
I spilled coffee on my keyboard. It
And
landed
you
directly.
wonder why they go boom.
Excuse me. I normally just melt them.
Yeah, and I think it starts with coffee.
Not normally.
Like either that or just the sheer collection of like stuff.
No
Like,
harm.
sorry, cleaning out one of your keyboards is disgusting.
Well, true.
What
Yeah.
I'm saying is I'll stay that little disembodied voice that they hear.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Turn the camera. Show him. Show him.
I have to turn the laptop, honey. And we ain't doing that. But
Oh,
anyone is asking, yes, I'm having a mocha latte. He makes good ones.
yay. All right. Now I'm just going to ask someone bring me a cigarette. Like, that's where I'm at. Like, sorry, I ran out.
Okay.
Like, literally right before you said,
Let's
hey,
test them.
honey, let's try this.
Well, it was at the point of we either find something to work tonight or I'm
Yeah.
making the announcement in the morning that I'm also killing the coffee shop. You know, I've been in the mood to kill things here lately,
And you have.
and I have. I have been counseling, firing people just because I'm tired.
Yeah. Well, and there's been a fair amount of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, like 2019 kicked our ass. We spent a lot of time working on stuff that was either a giant pain in the butt or was like stuff that, like, yeah, we needed to do, but it was like, damn, this is sucking.
Right.
It's like it was just the no traction, spinning your wheels like thing. Oh, we have our first peoples. We has a people who says hi, and we say hi.
Hi.
So
Um, yeah, it was
cool.
really an annoying year.
Yeah,
Um,
2019 was nuts.
yeah,
Like, yeah. Like,
yeah.
I was at Christmas just telling people, if you're gonna say, Merry Christmas or Happy whatever, like, I'm charging a bottle of vodka just to hear it. Like,
Right.
that's where I'm at in my life. Is I'm charging vodka to listen to your complaint. Because that's what it is to me, is like, like the end of that year or end of last year, total nuts. Not even. No.
Right. No.
It's like, so yeah. Like, to me, it was a slap in the face to hear people be like, Merry Christmas. And it's like, really? After the year we've had?
Uh-huh.
Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah. But for those that are wondering, no, I am no longer with Astro Talk, or shall we call them Penny Psychic,
Yeah.
because that's what they were charging, uh,
Well,
paying.
yeah, well, yeah, by the time you broke it all down
Yeah.
between like their fee and then the Indian taxes that had to be taken out, that for only $85 in a file to the form filed to the not United States government per year that you wanted your money, they would
Hmm.
totally send you your money.
Right.
Except then they couldn't do it on time. So
Right.
yeah. But no, it was like 2019, such a mess. 2020 going so much better. So much better. So much better.
Right.
Finally sold the house in Princeton.
Yeah.
Yay.
That's done.
That's been the last 2 weeks,
Right.
is trying to like lock that down.
And
Meanwhile, the date kept moving forward. Like, this was the day we were supposed to have actually closed.
hmm
Was scheduled for 2/18. Then the first thing back from the buyer's bank backed it up to Friday, Valentine's Day, Friday the 14th. Then the second thing we got back from the seller's bank backed it up to the 13th.
hmm
And then lo and behold, there's in case anyone's been listening and not understood this process. So my grandmother, in a fun experience, things you need to know for life. Um, my grandmother had given her house to my dad, but retained a life estate. So she could continue to live in the house for as long as she was alive. And then that house was supposed to go to my dad. Funny thing happened. Dad died before she did.
Right.
Life estate transfers of property are not revocable. Like, you can't just be like, oh, well, he died before I did.
hmm
Okay, let's pull that house back and here we'll try again.
hmm
So, as beneficiaries of dad's estate, we picked up that house, just with the same stipulation that for as long as she lived. So yeah, so we get the she passes. We now have the house, and yeah, there's 5 of us. Two of us are in one state. One of us is in another state, and 2 of us are in yet another state. So North Carolina, Virginia, and West Virginia. That's where we're at. And so we all have to coordinate on selling this house to get all the signatures, all the notaries, all of the witnesses to the signatures on our sides, individually taken care of.
Right.
So big, giant funnel nightmare. And then we found out the first way we were going to do it wouldn't work. So we didn't have to go through this process once. We had to go through it twice. 5 people, 2 trips to notaries, tons of signatures, lots of paperwork. Complete mind blow situation. But we're done. We got our stuff together, submitted, everything done. No problem. And then on the day we're supposed to close for the house, the seller or the buyer, one person, one human being, it's not even a couple, it's one person buying this house. They're going through their attorney who has sent them everything they need. And all they have to do is sign the paperwork and send it to them. Guess who didn't get their paperwork in until 3 p.m.? The buyer. Their attorney has to drive 45 minutes to the courthouse to register it, to get the deed, and the courthouse closes at 4 p.m. So we almost didn't make closing because of the buyer.
But that's common.
I know, but it cracked me up. 5 of us, 3 states, all of this crap going on. Like, you know, all of the, like, who's got to take off of work to go do this, and one of my siblings is sick. So, like, they were already struggling to, like, you know, get it, like, be able to get all this done. And, like, we were seriously concerned whether, like, and totally, like, not upset about it, but, like, whether their health condition was going to let them be able to go and get all this paperwork done. Yeah, the 5 of us, you know, the not so A team managed to pull it off, but the buyer who just has to show up, like, not even show up, just sign a piece of paper and send it.
Right.
Can't figure out how to sign the piece of paper and get it to them on time. I'm like, this is just so nuts.
Right.
But yeah.
Oh, you know, and then there's, you know, and at the same time, we've got business stuff going because we've launched our, you know, IT company.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
I decided to fire my event coordinator who wasn't coordinating events.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, why bother?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and that's another thing too that we've run into is there's this weird thing that's been happening for a while now that we've seen, like, in a few different places.
Michael, Joe cigarettes.
Thank you. Is that there's a few different, like, businesses running that are just kind of like an Amish peep show.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what else to call it. It's like, you know, let's show a little ankle and let people know we're here.
Are these mine or yours?
Yours.
Okay.
I've only got like
Yeah.
Okay.
But I've also got my cigars, and so does Steve.
But no, you know, so that ended, and it's just like, I'm done.
Yeah.
You know, if I have to book my own events, do my own PR, connect with
Process
the
your payments.
doing,
Process your own payments.
process my own payments and theirs,
Yeah.
pay my own staff. And then they decided they wanted to tell me who my staff was. No.
Yeah. No, it's it's a lot of the stuff we've been running into recently is just like, what are we actually doing? Like,
Right.
what benefit are we getting here?
Exactly. Why am I paying you?
I could say something really promoted.
But no, I mean that's been my struggle with it, is trying to figure out like, what are we paying you for?
Uh-huh.
Like, I'm not following the bouncy ball.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then also the promotional issues we've run into
Right.
is that, one, it's like we're running into businesses that are not promoting and then don't understand why we're not getting draw or
Mm-hmm.
people aren't showing up.
Right.
And it's like, well, it's kind of hard to know about the Amish Beep Show if you don't like at least show some ankle.
Right.
Like, at least try to throw something out there.
Yeah.
You know.
And stop sticking your brand all over me.
Well, yeah, and then that's the other part, is that promotionally a lot of the stuff is not co-branded.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, no. How did you? That's not how that works.
Right.
You really don't want to go overriding someone else's branding.
Right.
In terms of like, a lot of what draws people to you is your brand.
Right.
Like, you've like, hi, it's 2020. I thought we understood brand marketing. I
Right.
thought we understood personal brands. I thought we understood the concept that, this, like, you cannot rebrand something that people recognize
Mm-hmm.
with something that either people don't recognize or is diluted in any way.
Right.
Because, like, taking for example, when you're talking about like this agent
Mm-hmm.
putting their marketing on everything
Right.
and not really like catching people with the fact that you are going to be there,
Mm-hmm.
because right now their marketing covers a variety of people,
Mm-hmm.
some that may or may not interest clients.
Right.
And, because, as kind of demonstrable, is that, hiring an advisor or picking your advisor is not just like calling customer service for, Dell.
Right.
I call customer service for Dell. I don't care who I talk to, as long as they have knowledge
Mm-hmm.
and, that's it.
Yeah.
Like, that, there's no two.
Right.
Like, as long as you can solve my problem, I don't care who I'm talking to.
Right.
But with advisors, it's a lot more about personal preferences and building a connection and how you work together with people and what you're, actually doing. Because there's a lot of interpretation to psychic advising and tarot reading.
And there's a lot of style differences.
Mm-hmm.
Come to me, they've got a list of 20 questions and I can clear them in 5 to 10 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
And, some people, that's exactly what they want. That's everything they want and need.
Right.
And then there are people that want to have an entire afternoon conversation.
Right.
45 minutes.
But they better come loaded.
Right. Well, yeah, and that's fair. But no, it makes a big difference. Like, it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with either way.
Mm-hmm.
It just means that, like, there's a major difference, and it's a totally different reason for someone to show up for a reading.
Right.
Whether they can build that connection.
Right.
But yeah, well, and as I'm gonna go by first name, Isabella points out, it's also a lot about reputation.
Right.
It is a lot about reputation.
Right.
And yeah, she brings up a good point.
Right.
Once you have that, that's a wonderful thing, and once you lose it, it's pretty much gone.
Right.
Like, you can't change that. So yeah,
And I don't mind co-branding. I don't mind.
no, we're happy to co-brand.
Yeah, we co-brand with Crystal Lotus wonderfully.
Well, yeah, and like
Earth
there have
Magic.
been multiple places we've co-branded with, and
Right.
not had a single issue.
Right.
But there's also a lot of businesses who don't get it.
Yeah.
Is that, in addition to the product or service,
Mm-hmm.
you're also going to have to like make space in that branding, in that advertising, in that push
Mm-hmm.
of who,
Right.
why.
Yeah.
Not to mention with Facebook ads, especially, and advertising in general, faces draw more customers.
Right.
That's just a straight up advertising fact.
Right.
People and pets, children especially, sell products.
Right.
Not that sex doesn't sell, sex does sell, but not always the way you think it does.
Right. But again, for me, or in general me, I've been in this business for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
People know my face, don't care what level of hair or makeup I'm wearing. Um, and people come to my classes because they're my classes.
Right.
People
And they
read
love your
because
classes.
it's me.
Yeah.
And we just couldn't get that through with this other company. And it's like, all right, I'm done.
Well, yeah. And then the other point is that apparently, your agent, your business manager, well, your business manager, not your agent, is apparently your handler.
Uh-huh.
Hi.
Hi.
Was supposed to be interchangeable.
Yeah.
And
that
it's
is
like,
possible.
no, that's not how that works.
Yeah.
Like, not to give you a giant head, because it's big enough already. I don't know how it gets through doorways. But not to give you a giant head, it's sort of like showing up at a concert and trying to steal someone's else's business manager.
Mm-hmm.
And who handles all of their specific requirements and make sure that they have everything they need and everything is done the way that they need it done.
Right.
And thinking that's a good idea and that's a good business decision.
Mm-hmm.
And we've tried to explain that not how that works.
No.
Like, I'm always happy to help.
Right.
Like, and we've had events where I've been the only handler for 4 people.
Yeah.
And I'm cool with that. I don't have a problem with that. I will gladly do that to the best of my abilities.
Mm-hmm.
Because 4 people can be a lot sometimes.
Right.
So I'll gladly do that to the best of my abilities and fill in there. But the reality is, you're the reason I'm showing up. And a lot of that has to do with making sure you have all the things you need.
Right.
Whereas dumping that on someone else, not always a good plan.
Well, not only that, but there are so many times that with you, I've got you, quote unquote, and I'm not going to put, not meaning this way that I can tell him to sit
Yeah.
and stay, but he knows. I get there, I set my table up. I want 15 minutes before I go.
Yeah.
Before I start reading, I need coffee, I need nicotine. I will do 5 to 6 readings, and then I need a break. Schedule me for that next appointment. They can wait at the table.
Yeah.
If they have to.
Well, and realistically, it's not that big of a deal.
Right.
Like, you're not looking for a 20-minute break every hour.
Mm-mm.
You're not looking for, a 5-minute break in between each client.
Right.
And frankly, it's nice when they schedule that way.
Right.
Because it ends up meaning you clear a lot of people really quickly. And
Right.
you've got room for work-ins. Because a lot of events, that's what we're running into, is that, yeah, we're booked, or we're plotted out for X number of people per hour and for the day.
Mm-hmm.
And then if we have extras show up, then either A, we're turning them away,
Mm-hmm.
because if we follow that schedule to the letter, that's what happens. If we book out or we're close to booked out, a couple of walk-ins and the day's over.
Right.
Versus if we have that flexibility of, you're going to skip these 3 breaks and pick up 1 appointment.
Uh-huh.
And, in that 4 or 5 minute breaks every hour,
Mm-hmm.
if you can skip 3 of those and just take the 4th one,
Right.
that's a 5th client.
Exactly.
And that helps us clear the schedule.
Yeah, but not only that,
Well, and generally,
really like I'm really liking you, Isabella, in your comment here.
yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh. And she's very much right. It can end up really like Mean Girls competitive.
Right.
Like not quite what she said, but I know what she's talking about and I've seen it. And it is like Mean Girls on acid. Like Isabella is so right.
Right.
Is it can end up being very cliquish, we're fighting each other. Now, I'll also state that some venues do that
Right.
because they're not thinking it through.
Right.
Like we went to one, and like I'm not here to trash individual venues, but we went to one, and there were like 10 tarot readers. Was it?
Well,
It was
it's
ridiculous.
it was no, it was like 10, but at the
Yeah,
same time, we knew each other. We knew each other's strengths. We knew each other's. There's always, and I hate to put it this way, it's not technically a gimmick, but there's some. Each reader has their own style, their own gimmick.
yeah.
I'm for fast, quick, to the point, not playing games. You're going to
Well,
get a reading, and you're going to like it.
yeah, and gimmick's a bad word. It makes it sound like fake and false, and
Right.
But each one of you has your own selling points.
Exactly, and our own style.
Um,
So
yeah,
even when it was 10 readers, we had no big deal with it. There was a girl that done angel cards. I put my angel cards away and said, "All right, I'm not doing angel cards today. I'm going to do the tarot and clairvoyancy." Another girl said, "Not a problem. I'll do mediumship. Not a problem. I'll do angels." I mean,
right.
there's a lady up in Ohio that hosts these things, and she'll have 11, 12 readers, all
Mhm.
of different skills, and
Yeah,
it flies. And at the end of the day, we've seen 200 clients.
right. Well, and as long as it works out that way, it's great. But she's right. If you do end up in a venue that pulls in a bunch of people that are unaware, one,
Mm-hmm.
that there's going to be a lot, it's not just like, for instance, the ASIN show
Mm-hmm.
amongst all the other vendors.
Right.
But it's also, the Amber show and the Tiffany show and the John show and the blah, blah, all the way over to you, and then basically corral you all together in one place, and then you start competing on price, and then you start competing
Rarely
on
have that.
right. Well, no, we've run into that in one venue.
Again, that was the venue that all of us had to step aside away from the public and go, "All right, what are we charging today?
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing today?" And the
Yeah.
readers work that out.
Well, can if they work together,
If they can, if they work
and
together.
that's the important.
There are certain people that I refuse to work with in this industry,
Yeah.
point blank. Um, and that's something else the agent started bringing in people that I'm not going on to do an event with.
Well, more importantly, brought in or is what was looking heavily towards bringing in
Hmm.
the previous agent to
Yeah,
get rid of,
yeah,
because hi, this was a like when you were telling me about that experience,
uh-huh,
I'm just like, so basically you're paying for her to go have a fun day and you're driving her.
hmm,
Like, What the heck?
Yeah.
Like, that's not even a thing. Like, that's not an agent.
Right.
Like, what did you do?
Right. And a lot of people do get annoyed, Isabella, when, it's not organized well. And, there's one person that is 10 deep
Yeah.
and others just sitting there twiddling their cards. And that's why I have a business manager. And a lot of other people have gotten to where they have a business manager. But a lot of times what I've found is if I go and I get all the other psychics together and we sit and we have a conversation of, okay, what are we doing today? What's your specialty? What's your specialty? Let's get that organized real quick in morning setup. Honey, I've been in rooms with 20 different psychics and we're 14, 15 deep. And my business manager is doing this, telling me, keep rolling, just keep it rolling.
Yeah.
And everybody else is just that busy. A lot of things, and I had that in Canada. It was there's a video of my Canadian trip here. Um, and yeah, it was a sponsored paid trip, but that whole venue was psychic readings. There were probably 30 of us in a room, and we were 10 to 15 deep all day long. Like they had to stop at 6 o'clock and say, all right, nobody else can sign up because you're not going to be able to finish them by the end of the day.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, and that can also be an issue with different venues as well.
Yeah.
Is that, and we've run it, there's one party you go to, and I always feel so bad, is we end up setting up for the party at like 8 p.m. Or you know what I mean? The doors open at like 8, and it
Mm-hmm.
runs to, what is it, like midnight?
Mm-hmm.
So 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And usually by the first hour, I'm already seriously questioning if we're going to be able to get through everyone.
Right.
Because the list is that long.
Mm-hmm.
We dearly love that party. It is so totally profitable.
Right.
So absolutely amazing. You
Mm-hmm.
have a wonderful time. But I feel really bad because usually there's someone who starts straggling in during the beginning of hour 4.
Uh-huh.
Like, I'd like a reading, and I'm like,
Well, actually, what
that's not gonna
something we're going to start doing, and
happen.
it's something I wanted to do last year and we didn't get to it, is if they don't get a reading at the party, they're going to start getting a free reading because you're going to collect their name and the cell phone number, and we're going to start texting people.
Oh, awesome. Well,
Yeah.
because what we've been doing is we have been doing discounts on phone readings, like
Right.
people that I can catch. Because
Well,
sometimes that becomes the problem, is that 4th hour starts getting a little wonky.
right. But
As
that's why
to,
we're going to get the text. We're going to get their phone numbers and start texting. That way, we're also not waiting for people.
right. Well, and that's a heck of a lot easier than what we've been doing with which I've gotten very adept at.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, I'll call you, and if you're not here, I will move on.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you show back up, I'll work you in.
Right.
And usually that's like a hangout for 5 minutes while he finishes this one. Then we'll do you, then we'll get back to the list.
Right. And
But
it's
that's a fair mental gymnastic.
right. So if you just have numbers, you can just text the next one in line.
Right.
Uh,
Absolutely.
and that way they can be ready, I can be ready. Snap, snap, snap. Granted, in that 4 to 5 hours, I'll process 30 readings.
Mm-hmm.
Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's a community event now. It's no longer, it started out as a private party. Now it's moved on to being a community event. So I
Mm-hmm.
really like doing those. I love doing the cons.
Oh, yeah.
And, we're going to be doing those more this year
Mm-hmm.
because now we can book that ourselves.
Yeah. Well, and then plus we're not necessarily going to get sucked into some of the other events.
Right.
Because you've had a few that it's like, I'm not sure we cleared gas money,
Mm-hmm.
and that's just sad.
Well, and some of those I don't care, because it's an experience. It's a charity event.
Yeah.
Um, it's a event to benefit, the Children's Hospital, or it's an event to benefit one of the historical societies. I am totally cool with doing those.
Hmm.
And if we don't kill grass money, that's fine.
Well, yeah, and for those, I'm fine with that. But then we've had a couple that are just like that. It was supposed to have been a money making day, and I'm going, where's the beef?
Oh,
Because we didn't make contacts, we didn't do anything but
right.
sit there.
Isabella, what I do is tarot and clairvoyancy. And it's a blend of those. I'm also do angel cards and a lot of oracle cards. Um, you can visit my site aceandnight.com to look at some of the things that I do provide. I'm also providing mediumship services, but those are more locally than private appointment style. Um,
Well, those are in persons.
yeah, those are in person
Um,
because I haven't made the total connection to doing phone for me because for me it's a different process.
yep.
Um, and so I haven't gotten there yet. I haven't also not played with it on video, so we may be doing
Ooh,
some video mediumship
that
soon.
could be fun.
um
And then there's classes. So Tarot 101, Wicca 101, Wicca Year in a Day.
Tarot
Um,
2.
yeah.
um
Um, yeah. And then you just came off a pendulum class.
mhm, got a
Um,
scrying class. So I do a lot of teaching also.
mhm.
Uh-huh.
And
So
they're looking to
those
move
that'll
that
be cool.
online. Yeah,
Right,
they're
and
looking
that's
to move
moving
that
to
online.
online.
Yeah.
um so that'll kind of work into something here soon.
Hmm.
um so yeah, I'm teaching, I'm doing live talks, live demos. I've done a lot of that here lately, which again, they had no interest in.
Hmm.
I would say I need you to book me for this and this type of event, and they're like, no, I don't want to do it.
Yeah. That's an experience.
Yeah.
Here's an opportunity for you to make money. I just need you to look for these opportunities. And it's like,
Mhm.
no, thanks. We're not interested.
Yeah.
What?
But
you know, like, hi, here we are. Okay.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's been a thing. It's been
Hmm.
a thing.
It's been
And
an
that's what,
interesting thing.
yeah. That was our 2019. That was a
Right.
lot for 2019.
Well, and I was completing a lot of training in 2019 too.
Well, yeah, there
I
was
mean, because that spring I finished the life coaching courses, which enabled the motivational talks and the small business talks. And then that fall, I finished the mediumship courses that I'd been working on. So, we launched a lot of things in 2019. We're going to be launching a lot more this year.
well, and then I got my lovely little buddy here.
Yeah, you got your next
My neck
candidate.
surgery. So yeah, it's 2019 was a lot. There was a lot.
Well, and I think it's interesting because at the same time in both our charts, there's um, uh, it's Saturn and Pluto conjunction interfering with our main house. So it really plays with our view of ourselves, but it also hits your financial view.
Okay.
So, that was something interesting to watch and see how we work through that in the astrology.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's going to be hitting a lot this year. So, expect some more loud conversations.
Yeah, we have plenty of those. Well,
Yeah.
actually, it's not that bad. Like, we've had it really, other than the tree incident, in which our neighbors heard that one. Um, no, honestly, it's not that big a deal. We do run into times though that like we have to have the what I was taught as a kid was called a come to Jesus meeting,
Uh huh.
in which it's like we're gonna sit down and figure out what's going on.
Uh-huh.
because whatever this is, I'm not liking it and it's not working for me and I don't understand it. So I
Mm-hmm.
need you to explain it to me like I'm 5.
Right.
And we do that. And I
Yeah.
usually sound like that.
Mm-hmm. I normally sound a lot louder, and you normally get a warning 2 days beforehand because I'll make an offhanded comment of blah blah blah
Yeah.
blah.
But yeah. But no, I can understand that that does make a big difference for like you see these things in charts
Mm-hmm.
as you're doing them and like the relationship charts and the compatibility like that chart, which also we forgot to mention you do those.
Yep.
The star chart or the birth chart, the compatibility chart, and that also you can do triad relationships. I think you can order those directly online.
Yeah. Triad
And
polyamory.
and then the more than 3, basically that's a direct contact to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's because it's a lot of logistics to nail down. Because it's not only 3 different birth charts, but it's like, okay, um what's your chain? Are you an equal triad? Are you a hinge triad? Are you a polycubic, poly?
Like what's your polycule structure?
Right.
That's the whole point of it is what's the polycule structure? Is it, like a closed box, whatever. Like
Hmm.
how many people and what's the configurations?
Right.
Like, is it, like let's take the 4 for example.
Hmm.
Just working on a 4. Okay, is that 4 people who are all in effectively co-equal relationships? Is that 4 people but only like 3 direct lines, like there's one person connected to 3 relationships?
Hmm.
Or are we talking about something that's like a box where you have 2 couples that also are together,
Right.
or any variation on that?
Right.
And it gets complicated quickly. Like that's just 4 people, and that's a lot of different configurations.
Hmm.
And what? And then there's the analysis side of it. Like you can sit here and run the chart, and I'm sure there's places people can go to online and just run a chart and try to do this.
Right.
But there's the analysis portion and the understanding of okay, but what do you really need out of that?
Right.
Because if you're sitting there trying to look at, say, the like backing up to the triad, if you're talking about a hinge, and you just run those charts and you go, okay, well, partner B and partner C are totally incompatible.
Right.
Well, how compatible do they have to be if they're not in a relationship, if there's not a third line there?
Right.
If it's a
And they have
hinge,
to be. Um, then you look at it more on a co friendship basis.
mhm,
When you have that hinge relationship, they at least have to get along. There is very little optical success for a poly hinge where your metamors do not at least be able to sit down and have a conversation.
right.
Um,
Well, I mean, not that we've never seen that work for anyone. It's just usually going to be Drama City
well,
because they're
no,
going
it's
to start
not
playing you
steady.
off of each other.
Yeah, looking
It,
at it from an astrologer's point of view, it's a bomb waiting to happen, honey.
well, yeah, and effectively, it's a divorced parent scenario. You're the only child of 2 divorced parents.
Right,
And it's the ugly version, not the happy let's co-parent, let's get along, the world's a beautiful place with trees and everything. It's a street fight from day one,
right,
and you're just yanking each
right.
other.
And that doesn't even have to do with the personal boundaries. Isabel says she's never considered having more than one partner.
Mhm.
The largest poly relationship analyzation I have done
Mhm.
is 12. Interlinking that polyconnective universe was quite interesting. I mean, because there was even like some partners that were looked at in the analyzation that lived in a totally different country, and they like do a 1 month here, 1 month there thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, multiple partners occur often, and it's more depending on where you read from, where your clientele is. I have worldwide clientele.
Mm-hmm.
So, Africa, later Israel, Middle East, honey, those are more common. First, second, third wives were designed, combinations, and even on the other side of that, second and third and fourth husbands.
Well, yeah. And then you also run into situations where, like, and I've noticed this a lot with, like the networks, is sometimes you get a lot of call, or you get a lot of calls, not just sometimes, but you do also get into a lot of calls where you are talking to someone who's married and is also in another relationship, or to the person that's in a relationship with someone who's married,
Mm-hmm.
and that there's not always a disclosure there.
Right.
And
Yeah.
yes, we're talking about cheating.
Mm-hmm.
Got that. But there's a lot more to it than that.
Right.
It's really easy to sit there and go, well, you're cheating on your spouse, so anything that goes wrong is your fault because you're the bastard. Either which way that goes.
Mm-hmm.
Or you're the other person, so
Mm-hmm.
anything that goes wrong you deserve.
Right.
But there's also the reality of, no, these are at least three human beings.
Mm-hmm.
And while there's that so to speak cheater situation, there's still three human beings there.
Right.
And do they necessarily deserve to be totally destroyed by each other?
Right.
Just over this, relationship scenario.
Or,
Um,
and then you have some of the cultural things where it's
mhm.
expected. If you're a certain
Right.
status in a culture, you're expected to have a,
A
mistress
wife
or
and a
mister.
mistress, or yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's true too. And that can be that's sort of the highbrow version of a cheater.
Right.
But that also has at least the spouses,
Mm-hmm.
the couple, aware of, like, this is a cultural norm, you're going to have another.
Right.
That's a different place sometimes than people that think they're in totally monogamous relationships.
Right. And
When it turns out they're monogamish.
right. Or,
Um,
couples that have decided that that's what they want. They go into it and they literally look at the partner and say, go find another one.
True.
I want you home every damn night. I've got things to do.
Yeah. Well, and there's some of that. There's also relationships where people realize maybe they're not as hetero as they thought they were.
Mm-hmm.
Run into that. You run into people that just, for whatever reason, need something else, need
Right.
more, need variety. Your partner is not going to satisfy every need you have.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of a big part of polyamory, is understanding and accepting that, and that's not their responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
That there's different choices you can make.
Mm-hmm.
That you don't have to just show up, play the monogamy game because that's what everyone's playing.
Mm-hmm.
Then granted, we are bigger fans of explicit non-monogamy,
Right.
in which everyone involved knows this is non-monogamous.
Right.
But it doesn't, as Dan Savage would put it, one of the favorite, comments he's ever made was the angel pussy of mercy. That's one of my favorite lines to ever come out of his mouth, is that sometimes you run into relationships that aren't bad enough to leave, but are very functionally problematic.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a lot missing.
Right.
And that ultimately, for different reasons, um, staying as things are isn't good for you, and leaving isn't good for anyone. So, oh, cool, you're doing 2 titles now. Look at
Well,
you.
crawler. Like
Mm-hmm.
that away and add that.
Aw. I was
Yeah.
working double, except it was over me.
There you go. That's kind of interesting. We can actually like have that at the bottom of the screen, or different stuff going on. Again, this is while we're testing and playing with it,
Yeah.
and just seeing how certain things work. Apparently, we can simulcast, so we'll be able to do YouTube and Facebook Live.
Woohoo!
Nice. But um, and that's something that gets me as a psychic, is a lot of people they go in and they go, well, I'm not reading for you because you're cheating. Are they cheating? Where's your judgment call there? Just because it doesn't fit your box.
Well, and more importantly, even if they are,
Right. Mm-hmm.
that while there's, potentially many issues there. Like if it like I not at all do I agree with their rejection of a client for that, but
Mm-hmm.
just point blank, that even if it is old school, old fashioned, you're a dick
Mm-hmm.
cheating on your partner,
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't to me necessarily spell, well, I can't do a reading for you.
It does to some. And
But
it's
like that's just,
I know. Well, it's like some people won't read on anything that's non-monogamous.
well, yeah,
Not non-monogamous, non-heterosexual.
right.
You know.
Well, yeah,
Yeah. And it's like whatever.
yeah, yeah.
Send them over to me. It's like
Well,
in live readings where people won't do group readings, like 3 or 4 people sitting down and listening to each other's reading.
mm-hmm.
I can do that easily. I mean, it's no big deal.
Well, yeah, because we've had I know of at least 5 at one table.
I've done 7.
Yeah,
7 in a row
without an issue.
without an issue.
Yeah. Granted, it gets interesting sometimes.
Oh, it does.
Um,
What I love doing is when I do a reading for one person, and I do a reading for their partner, and a lot of the cards from one reading go into the other reading, and they're like, I know I shuffled that. And I'm like, yeah, but you share life experiences.
what did you expect?
Yeah. Here's a great
Um,
example. You had neck surgery. I went through it too.
yeah.
Um,
Well, yeah, you did.
yeah.
But then there's also and then I know that you've also sometimes had that moment with couples, and I made the joke at an event once.
Mm-hmm.
Because a husband had just sat and let his wife go get a reading. And so I just kind of looked at him while he was waiting, and I said, and for $400, we'll let her know that you're not cheating on her, which he found hilarious.
Right. And I about next you at.
Do what now?
And when I found out I about next you, I was like, do not say that. Please do not say that. Because
He
that's
got that I was cheating. It was a well lubricated crowd.
Right.
Well lubricated crowd. Because sometimes that's the other part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Is that you do run into sticky situations
Mm-hmm.
that could have also been a very real thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is that she was going to go back and find out her husband's cheating on her.
Mm-hmm.
And that can also get a little sticky when you're sitting there with a couple,
Right.
and trying to navigate what you're seeing versus the fact that you have a, up to this point, happily married couple in front of you
Mm-hmm.
who don't always know everything that's going on.
Right.
And you're sitting there pulling all the cards that point to he cheating on you.
And I have the fun of telling them, I think you guys really have to work on communication. Also, I think you're hiding something. Do you want to tell her now, or do you want me to tell her?
Ooh, yeah. That's a hard situation to get into.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a definite sticky one.
Mm-hmm. But it's one I've dealt with, and it is no big deal. It's like, don't come to me for little fluffy readings. They
Mhm.
don't get happy. Um, and I don't get happy because you aren't going to be happy.
Well, no, and those are usually such short readings because it's like they don't know what they want,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of like an A1 key to getting a good psychic reading is knowing like what issues you want to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and having a clue what's about to happen and what's going on and why you're there.
Right.
Versus just showing up like it's, cheap entertainment, and just treating it that way.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah. Well, we've gone on for 90 minutes. Matter of fact, the timer started over, so I think we finished out their test thing. Apparently, 90 minutes is their showtime.
Oh
Uh,
wow.
yeah. So, thank you, Isabella, for joining us for this test. I think it was really
Thank
cool.
you. Yeah.
If you're wondering, we'll be live streaming Tuesdays at 9 p.m. and Fridays at 9 p.m. Now, Fridays is a different flavor show.
Uh-huh.
It's not a psychic show. It's a GBLT friendly show. We're going to talk GBLT issues, West Virginia issues, which are kind of more local issues. And the only thing we do not talk about on either show is we do not cover the orange cheese puff in the United States White House right
Nope, we finally struck that from our topics because
now.
that literally is a show every week, and we're gonna let someone else tackle that one.
Yeah, right.
Especially late night comedians.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's our feelings on that one.
yeah.
Please vote.
So, guys, if you're watching this in the after show, let us know how you liked it. You like, share, subscribe. Also, on Mondays, I do occasional live streams that are just me sitting here talking to you guys.
Yep.
Kind of like this, but Joe isn't involved.
Nope.
And go visit aceandnight.com if you'd like to book a personal private reading, or if you'd like to get more information on what I do and how I do it, or any of my classes, or some of the online content we're going to be putting out.
Yeah.
So,
And I
thank
promise to
you,
have better
Eli.
hair.
You have sold us on your subscription, so we will be doing that. So, until Friday, see you later.
Good
Bye,
night, Joe.
guys.
Bye.